Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? This is Robert Neville. I've woken up in the year 2022 and it appears that I've been in the multiverse, not the multiverse, what is it called? I've been in the metaverse for the last decade, since the 21st of December 2012. And the world actually did end. And I've just been sleeping here amongst a bunch of zombies, NPCs. And it's only just occurred to me now. Is there another conscious human being out there that isn't an NPC? Over. Times are pretty desperate, and I'm sick of being told, relax Truman, have a beer. I'm still kind of hoping a studio light will fall from the sky and land on my head and mercy kill me, but it hasn't happened. And instead of having conscious conversation, I'm just surrounded by a bunch of quacks. Relax Truman, have some birdseed. Or better still, give us some. So yeah, that was my thoughts for the last couple of weeks. Is that we're already in like the metaverse thing, because you know how they're doing it with the spraying thing, the sky spraying. They're like, we're going to have to start spraying the skies soon, you know. The whole problem, reaction, solution thing, when they've been doing it for like, you know, doing it solidly for the last 20 years. So I figured like it's probably quite possibly the same with the whole like metaverse thing. We could have already been in it, like, well, talk about myself personally, could have been in it since for a long time at least, maybe since the 21st of December 2012 with that whole Mayan thing, prophecy. Because I did have an experience that morning, and it was pretty like different. I've never experienced anything like that before. I might make a little video on that when I get to the place where it happened. A little bit of foreshadowing just to get anyone coming back to watch my videos. Like and subscribe. No, not that I care about anything like that. But yeah, I don't know, there's a part of me that sort of like have too much respect for like people that I don't want to believe it's just the whole like, you know, Truman thing. I'm just stalling here. I've got it's the thing when you make it in a public park, you don't want certain things to be overheard, eh? But yeah, I have too much respect for people that I don't want to believe everyone's just this like totally mind controlled like NPCs. I think that the whole like metaverse thing, even though it's kind of more creepy, it's to me it actually makes more sense. You know, however it's done, like you're just like thrown into this other realm, or you know, maybe they like black bag you and stick you in a matrix pod, and like that makes more sense. Because to me, there's no way I can get my head around people not just actually being able to like talk about certain things and not being able to actually look it up and think about that monstrosity up in the sky. One little interesting thing was as soon as I started making my videos where I was like feeding the ducks, as soon as I made my YouTube channel, pretty much, like about a week later, or even like 2 days later, these signs all went up, like don't feed the ducks. And people have been feeding the ducks here for like 30 years or something, so it did feel very like customized, very like what's the word, you know, very specific, like, oh, we've got a guy feeding the ducks and he's getting a bit of love, like shut it down. Just the timing of that happening like 2 days later, all these signs went up. It just seemed a little bit, you know, hard to believe. And of course there'll be some that are like, oh, you're a narcissist, you think it's all about you, and you know, everything is because of you. But I know when you go through enough of that weird, like inexplicable targeting related phenomena, it is hard not to start to think like that. And in one of my earlier videos, there's actually a drone literally came and like hovered over me. Like I was like pretty much the only person in the whole park, and it literally came and hovered over the pond that I was at. And I mean, what are the odds of that? And it's a controlled airspace because there's a helicopter pad a couple 100 meters away. So I don't know, an awful lot of coincidences happening anyway. So yeah, like I guess this is some different place rather than just them modifying the same Earth that it used to be. Because I don't know how, like, I can understand they can spray the sky. That's doable, but I don't really understand the whole, like, fake sun thing. You know, that how could there be two suns? How could there be, like, you know, a big fake sun that's powerful enough, and then, like, what happened to the old sun? That stuff seems pretty hard to like implement, unless we're just dragged off somewhere and then, like, you know, either stuck in whatever it is, a matrix pod or some other little creepy world under a little biodome or something. I don't know, just having a ramble. Anyway, this is Robert Neville, over and out. I bought my little like walkie-talkie prop for like $5, so I don't know. Just to add a little bit of light humour to it. Robert Neville is from that movie I Am Legend, by the way. I'm not saying I'm a legend or anything, because I don't want to be accused of being a narcissist again, but you know, that's the title of the movie. And the book is actually really cool. Like, if you're looking for a so-called fiction novel to read, it was written by like Richard Matheson, I think his name was, in the 50s, so it's quite an old book. And the ending was quite different to the movie. It was a lot more grimy and evil, really. I won't spoil it for you if you're going to see it, if you're going to read it, but yeah, as is often the case, the book was quite a lot more savage, I suppose, or than the movie was. Anyway, the Ducktopians cannot fly today because there's too much shit in the sky. They're going to like lose their way. They won't be able to make it to Parliament in time. Green Battler's up for it. He's ready to fly. He's sick of this. He's like, they shut down our bread line. How dare they? He's all ready for his like V for Vendetta. He's like, I'm just going to swim there. Fuck it. I'm going to swim out to sea and then I'm going to swim north. He's on a mission, eh? Like, cue the Apocalypse Now Nung River scene, like. Sorry, I'm pretty tone deaf, I'm not a musician. I do love movie skits, just as a totally different topic. I think it's a real shame, like the way copyright has crushed all the little indie, the real loving, fun indie film projects where like people, wanted to like make parodies of Apocalypse Now with animals and stuff, or another famous movie. Like, I don't know. There was, the times of like better times when like YouTube and that was just this fun place. The internet was fun, and the World Wide Web kind of like lured us all in. And there was videos that went viral of like, what was it, like Purple Rain or whatever it was called, and then like the dancing baby and all that. And they were allowed to do, use the music and stuff like that without the copyright shutting them down. But then all those like joyous parts of YouTube got sort of crushed, under the various guises of like copyright infringement and things. Anyway, so that's all for now. Can't think of anything else to say. Over and out.